Hey guys, who do we have today? Put my shoes on. I should have untied them because I know I'm going to be judged by Ellie. Ellie's going to pop up and say, "Do you have your shoes on yet?" Because she has her shoes on. It's all a competition, huh? Even putting my shoes on. Just a second. Guys, way too loud for my morning. I need to ease into the day, even though I've been up for almost 3 hours now. I will be easing into my day until it's time to go to bed. Hey, Sniper. You found them then? My shoes? Grand Rising's Eric and shoes. Thank you, Sniper. Sissy says we were just debating if you putting on my shoes or not. I am now. One on, one off. This one's holding up pretty well. This shoe is maybe it's starting to come apart up here. Let's see. I wore them on some trail runs. They might be actually 10 years old. Hi, Cat. Lee, how are you, my friend? Lee Lou. Hey, Nightmare. Nightmare, my friend, how are you? Cat says, good morning. Guys, I hope you were around last night to join my friend Nady in our conversation. A whole lot of fun. You know, for one, thank you guys for sticking with me as some changes take shape. Hopefully they're going to be good changes for everyone. I want to offer different points of views. I won't agree with everyone who comes up, who shared their philosophy, who shared their views. I wrote about that this morning. I actually don't need to share anyone's philosophy or views to allow them to come up and share theirs. It's a good opportunity to step back and not judge. They're not right. They're not wrong. It's what they have to offer. And I'm really happy, hey Anna, to be able to give people the opportunity, the platform to come up, even in my small little world here. Sissy says she cooked dinner and then fell asleep on the couch without eating. Well, at least you turned the oven off, right? Hey, Riley. Are you scared of ghosts? Nope. Sometimes I think of ghosts and go, well, I don't blame you for that. But you know what? What are they made out of? What's a ghost made out of? How can a ghost actually harm you? Hey, William. So who won the debate on whether or not I had my shoes on or not? Anna, how's your day going? Riley says I can't help it. I can understand that, Riley. But you know what? If you just practice relaxing, and it is a practice, just keep practicing relaxing. You might find it helpful to think that God is everywhere and everything. You cannot be separate. So you're always protected. You're always safe. Sissy says, actually, yes, had fish in the oven. Hey, Lufone says, no joke, just came across your stream. You okay? You look haggard. Not so much physically in a bad way, but you look tired and burnt out. You look scared. Are you okay? Looks can be deceiving. Perceptions can be deceiving. I appreciate the fact that I don't look haggard physically. Mentally, I'm pretty much at peace. I have that return point. You know what I mean? I always get to return. I appreciate the concern. I always appreciate the concern. Hey, Brendan. They made ectoplasm. What's ectoplasm? Brendan, what is ectoplasm made out of? Can you give me a handful? If I were to show up at your door with a bowl, would you put a spoonful of ectoplasm on my oatmeal and say enjoy. What's flavor? What flavor is ectoplasm? Um, Kat says, Lou, you're always so always so pleasant. What are we eating today, Pinhead? Is that a question? What are you eating today, Pinhead? Are we eating Pinhead? Um, I had oatmeal already. Oatmeal, banana, a date, peanut butter, a little bit of flaxseed. No walnuts. I'm cutting my walnuts down to once a day. That is mostly for stretching out my walnut funds. We all have a walnut fund, right? Everyone has a little money tucked aside for walnut emergencies. I know you, Paulo. I don't want to guess where you keep your walnut stash money. And it says, I'm good. Thank you, Yogi. How are you this morning? I'm pretty good this morning. Oh, what are we learning today? What are we learning today? I don't know. I don't know I have anything to actually teach. Hey, Alex. You made it to palm trees first to get the coconut, a giraffe, a monkey, or a frog? It's a good question. I'm going to say a giraffe because a giraffe doesn't have to go anywhere, right? A giraffe is like coconut. It's my theory. I have a very deep fondness for using giraffes as a metaphor. Kat says, I think I have a bunch of typos. Just makes me remove my stupid comments. Your comments are never stupid. What did Gabe have to say? Guess my fart. Lasagna. Lou says, where did Lou go? Hey, Michael. I know, Squirrel. I'm asking about your ability to deal with it long term. What did you want me to deal with? I didn't see that. I apologize. If you could ask that one more, if you could ask me that one more time. Adam says, if I got ectoplasm on my hands, I would wash it off. What if ectoplasm is like the antibacterial stuff, right? What if your hands would be really, really cleansed when you just, what if you could buy it in Walmart? Hey, Kat, if you go to Walmart today, could you pick me up a bottle of ectoplasm, please? Hey, Michael. Pecan petty cash. You got to have it. Everyone has something stashed away like that, right? Adam says, Yogi, that was an awesome live stream last night. It was I was driving the whole time. You really made an impression on Nady. She right away sent that and said, make sure Adam gets this. Anna says, I'll watch replay, Yogi. I fell asleep at about 11 last night. I'm glad you got some sleep, Anna. Hey, Nino. Nino, by the way, yes, Alabama is an awesome country band. The best? Subjective, right? Subjectively speaking, Alabama is the greatest country band, with the exception of the Statler Brothers. New phone says, ask if you're okay. Oh, in the now, not if you're going to be able to deal with it in long term. In the now. So what's the now? When we say in the now, it sort of implies that it's a thing. You have past, you have future, and you have in the now, as if there's lines separating. But if you really think about it, it's all too seamless. There's just the fluidity of experience. There really is no now. We love to talk about now, being in the now. But are you never not in the now? Have you ever been in the past? Yes, you can think about the past, but where is the thinker? And in the absence of a thinker, what do you have? So how do I deal with what? What am I supposed to deal with? Hey, Tiger King. Would you ever do a live about mental health? Help a lot of men? Yeah, almost every live stream is about mental health. Last night was about mental health. I remember you mentioning that, Adam. Hey, Allie Bird. How are you, my friend? He says, as in right now, how are you feeling about your life in general? Feeling pretty good. I'm going to be honest. I, you know, I don't give it a whole lot of thought. The thoughts do come up, and when they come up, I just deal with them. And when they're gone, I have little need to drag them back in, you know? So, when a problem occurs, deal with it. When the problem is over, put it aside. It's easy. It's simple, but maybe not easy. We have a tendency, we want to drag the problem back, drag it back. Did I handle it well? The truth is, if you handled it, it's handled, right? If another problem comes up, it'll come up. You're right about one thing, it'll come up in the present moment. So deal with it. I do the best that I can. That's probably my simple answer, is I do the best that I can. Hey, Lucy. Lucy, I'm going to get our conversation ready for tomorrow. I've learned, you know what, Lucy? I've learned so much for you how to do YouTube. I appreciate that. Lucy says, I don't know, I'm looking at your eyes, my dude. Your eyes look sad. Not that it's the point. Ruins your ability to do anything. I look forward to better side of things. Your eyes just look sad. But it hasn't ruined my ability to do anything. You know, the great truth is that our perceptions belong to us. If you're perceiving something, what you're perceiving is actually a hidden truth that's being projected outwards. So, having said that, I would be less concerned with my own perceived sadness and more concerned with whatever it is that's being projected outwards upon me. Does that make sense? Hey, Skits. Good morning, Yoster. Love you, brother. Have a nice day, my friend, and chat. Thank you, Skits. Skits, I hope we get a chance to talk today. Hey, Megan. I have no idea what you mean. I'm going to read what I wrote in just a minute. Newport says, like you're so used to disappointment and tolerating pain. No, I had a pretty happy life. If you make it to 60 and something sad hasn't happened to you, one, well, congratulations. Two, were you hiding? And if you were hiding, then that's pretty sad in and of itself. Life happens. Literally. Life is happening. Life is the happening stuff. Sad things, I hate to tell you this, guys. Sad things are going to happen. Love yourself through it. Sad things are going to happen. Love yourself through it. Everyone wants that, positive vibes only. I'm only going to think happy thoughts. Shove the bad away. Focus on the good. The bad doesn't go away. Someone in your life, this is going to sound horrible, someone in your life that you absolutely love is going to die. You are going to die. The fleetingness of life is what makes it so precious. Hey, Selina. Welcome, my friend. It's what makes it so precious. Embrace that preciousness. If you're sad, you know what? It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be disappointed. It's okay to be brokenhearted. Why do we always think the things of life have to be avoided? They can't be avoided. But when we go around thinking they have to be avoided, we are just bypassing and we're doing what Carl Jung says, shoving them in that dark bag that we carry along behind us all through our lives. If we're fortunate, we reach a point where we want to empty the bag. This is when we start doing shadow work. This is a big discussion point for our friend Sissy. It's a fascinating discussion. If you recognize it, it's yours. You own it. If you look at someone and say, well, they look sad, guess whose sadness it belongs to? Everything's occurring within consciousness itself, yours. So how can you recognize something and not own it? So see it, recognize it, and deal with it in a healthy manner. I can't tell you what's going to be healthy for you. Maybe it's going to be just observation. Maybe it's going to be shadow work. The great truth for me is regaining the ability to love yourself through whatever it is that occurs, with tenderness, with compassion, with empathy, with great care. Great care. I love the word tenderness. You know, when a bud is about to burst open into a flower, there's this moment of tenderness where the bud just gently parts to allow something within it to come. However, through that tenderness, there's a breaking point. That thin film of skin that holds a bud together breaks open. It breaks. Heart breaks. The bud breaks open to become a rose, to become a violet, to become whatever. Other flowers that I can't recall right now. Embrace it. Embrace it. Life ain't so bad, guys. The Buddha said life is suffering, dukkha, inherently unsatisfying or transient because we grasp that which can't be held. So, how do we escape suffering? He's right about that. Life is definitely suffering when we grasp the things that can't be grasped, or when we seek to grasp the things that can't be grasped. How do you escape suffering? Don't grasp. Feel what you feel. Don't shove it aside. That big sigh, the big cosmic sigh, rolling our shoulders, shrugging our shoulders, and simply saying, it's okay. How was that for a dramatic scene? How is that dramatic sigh? Can you see me playing Hamlet? And it says, I'm so grateful and thankful to be here now. I have so many blessings in my life. Amen to that, Anna. And guess what? Anna, you are one of my blessings. Blue Moon says, will you read comments people leave to you today? Maybe. Sometimes, when they catch my eye. I apologize for not reading every comment. I'm probably not going to. If you want to come to a live stream where every comment is read, I'm not the guy to go to. There you go. If you want to go to a place where someone does everything the way you want them to be, I am definitely not the person to come to. If you want to come to a place and complain about what I'm doing, feel free, but I'm not going to pay any attention to it. How does that sound? I can't make my channel what you want it to be. I can barely make it what I want it to be. Hey, Becca Bill. Subby says, morning, Becca. Hey, Subby. However, many people will have my email address, or they can reach me on Messenger of some sort. So if you have a question, reach out, and I will talk to you person to person. I'm just showing up, guys. I'm just showing up on these live streams. I got some great people coming up to talk. I'm not going to interview them. My goal is to just ask them questions and let them talk. Kat says it sounds amazing to me. The sigh. Hey, TS Investing. What do you do for a living? This is it. As hard as that might be to believe, this is what I do. Well, let me take that back. What I do for a living is live. You know what? I don't have to wake up in the morning and put on my people suit. I'm already peopled as soon as I wake up. I go from unpeopled in that state of pure consciousness, untainted by the particularities of attention, to waking up and immediately putting on my people suit and going out and peopling for a living. I'm a full-time peopler. Can be exhausting. Our friend Lou was right. I am exhausted from the constant peopling. Good thing I get to sleep for a few hours at night. Kat says, YouTube is Yogi's job. Memberships help. Memberships do help. 99 cents. Imagine if Here's one of the benefits of being a yogi. At this point in my yogi career, I don't need a whole lot. Hey, Matt, do you go out much? Like partying? I went out so much in one decade of my life, I never have to go out again. I go out and walk quite a few miles every day, though. Kat says, thank you so much, Yogi. Or I'm sorry, Anna says, thank you so much, Yogi. You and everyone, you are a blessing in my life. Thank you, Anna. Yogi is just somebody who does yoga, practices yoga. But it's not going to a yoga studio and stretching. Yoga is a particular way of living. It's practicing. Sorry, I was reading Skit's question. Eric, just out of curiosity, can you do accents? No, I can't. I can barely talk the way I talk. It's an effort. Every morning I wake up and say, what was I supposed to sound like again? That says, oh, maybe that would help with my jiu-jitsu. You know what would help with jiu-jitsu? Relaxing. I'm assuming you're talking about Brazilian jiu-jitsu, right? Relaxing. The best jiu-jitsu is very fluid. I have never been, got a brown belt in judo. I've done some jiu-jitsu. I've been at seminars, jiu-jitsu. I actually competed in the very first 1990, I think it was 95, the very first DC metropolitan area jiu-jitsu tournament, and I went in as a judo practitioner. I did fairly well, but I am not, and I haven't been on the mat in 25, 26 years maybe. But I have been beaten up by some of the best jiu-jitsu players in the game, at least back in the day. And how did they, back then I was fairly big, 190 or so. And again, I was a brown belt in judo. How did they beat me every single time? Their relaxed state, the fluidity of their movements. They were in no hurry. It's like watching an anaconda. There's no hurry. They know what they're going to do. They know a mistake's going to be made. They know that any frantic effort on your opponent's part is just going to sap them of their energy. Great line from A Course in Miracles. Infinite patience produces immediate effects. When you're assured, when you're just so fluid in your jiu-jitsu game, you know someone's going to make a mistake. You can afford to wait. You don't need to waste any energy. Composure. Matt says, respect, man. Thank you. Sissy says, I'm considering Tai Chi for beginners. I do like Tai Chi. Oh, back to the question. Yeah, a yogi is just someone who practices the deep essence of yoga, meaning the ethical foundations, the breath work, pranayama, the asanas, of course. Asanas are actually optional. I think you should include them, but they're optional. As well as the deep meditation that eventually leads you to samadhi, which is that bliss state of consciousness. We got 5 minutes, guys. Sissy says, for the upteenth time. You know what I've often found? Upteenth is the uppermost number of me getting to do something. Whenever I'm asked, like, you're going to take the garbage out? And I'm like, I'm not quite at that upteenth time. We're 6 more away from the upteenth. So I'm going to sit here patiently. And if you can continue asking me, eventually we reach that upteenth point, and then I will go ahead and do it. But if you don't keep asking, there's never going to be an upteenth. So, hey, probably not. By the time I'm finished that long-winded explanation, people get so frustrated they pick up the damn garbage bag and said, I'll do it myself. I'm like, all right, I was only waiting for the upteenth. It's not my fault. Don't blame me. I'm not the counter. Matt says I'm a blue belt. Hey, congratulations. Tall but quite scrawny. So I've really got to clean my mind, all those positions, so I can clear my head and not waste energy. Conditioning. More than just strength, conditioning. Hey, watch the early Hoist Gracie jiu-jitsu. and how patient he was. And he was not a big guy whatsoever. He was, generally speaking, the smallest person on the mat. Technique will take you all the way. 100%. I absolutely love Qigong. I do Qigong all through the day. Blumen says, can you do me one thing, please, Eric? I can try, maybe. Can't make any promises, Tiger King. Adam says, did anyone watch Third Rock from the Sun? I remember that. I'm like Harry. I can't take a punch. I can take a punch like no other. I used to be able to take a pretty good punch. Cannabis said hi. It's been a while. I don't miss it. So says Adam, no need to demonstrate. We believe you. Adam says, no, you had great taste, Becca Bill. What's new, Becca Bill? Hey, Bruce Bain. Bruce Bain, you were here yesterday, right? Is that Shiv? Voice mildly sounds like Les Stroud. Don't know who that is. As long as it's mildly. I don't want to overdo my Les Stroud. You know what I mean? I don't want someone to come into the live stream and go, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's a lot of Les Stroud, man. Tone it down a bit. Even Les Stroud is like, still, fan, geez, a little less me. Anyway, I have no idea what I'm talking about, to be honest, because I don't know who that is. Bruce Bain, honestly, what did I do? I don't think he did anything. Oh, yesterday. He probably woke up sometime. I hope he had something to eat. I hope it was tasty, and I hope, I don't know. I hope he had a good day, whatever it was. Hey, RW, how are you? Shiv said, Survivor Man. DC says, good morning to RW. I said I don't know, Blue Moon. You haven't asked me. I'm not going to make you a promise that I'm going to be unable to keep or even want to keep. So ask me what you would like. You don't have to keep asking me. Just let me know what you want. And you can send me an email, by the way. I've mentioned that several times. Randall says, wait a minute. This guy isn't visually impaired? Look, those glasses come right off. That's what you think. These glasses are actually surgically duct tape to the back of my ears. And you're like, if it's duct tape, why does it have to be surgically duct tape to the back of your ears? Because I'm a professional and I like things professionally done. There you go. Randolph says, joking, how you doing? I'm doing pretty good, my friend. I appreciate the humor. Hey, Bob. I've never seen a single episode of Survivor. So I'm still going to read what I wrote eventually. Tiger King says, message retracted. Why did I want to keep putting an S in there? Matt says, it's true. I was there and did duct tape. See? Not only that, Matt supervised. Somebody says, just right at Blue Moon Tiger King. Exactly. Ali says, have a wonderful day, Yogi and all. Keep smiling. Stay blessed, y'all. Thank you, my friend. Ali, thank you again so much for Friday. I keep thinking about the courage that you had and coming up and sharing. And just as much, I keep thinking about how much care and tenderness the entire live stream showed you to support. Cat's waving at Allie. RW says, I miss Selma. Selma was in hanging out yesterday. Bob's waving at Cat. All right. Miss Rip says, Fajata or Goka? I don't know. I sort of vaguely know that they are something, and they're like animated something, right? Adam says, I was very moved by Allie's story. Me too. Brendel says, straight banished me to the shadow realm. With that response, love you all. I'm off to work. Thanks, Randall. Thanks for hanging out, my friend. Have a good day at work. Blue Moon says, can I still see your channel? But can you remove my mod, please? Sure. I have no problem with that. I never know. You know, you came in and one of the first things you said was, can I be modded? Anyway, I don't care. If you want to be modded, if you don't want to be modded. Blue Moon, I want to say one thing. Life does not have to be so difficult on a live stream. I'm not saying that life doesn't have to be difficult. I don't think it does, but I know we have a tendency to go around complicating things. But here on this particular live stream, it never has to be complicated. Ever. All right. I'm going to have to go in a minute. I do want to read what I wrote. I'm thinking about doing a members only live stream. If anyone's interested. If you're interested, let me know. Breath work. Talking about yoga. Maybe talking about A Course in Miracles. No more than 20 minutes. Or half an hour. I promise. All right. This is what I wrote this morning. Deeper innocence. These days I have little interest in debate. No wish to discuss metaphysics. Not much use for anything other than my own quiet practice of forgiveness. I am more settled now. There's no frantic search for enlightenment, and little need for life's answers. Slowly, I've eased into a truth that works for me, a promise from Lesson 122 of A Course in Miracles stating that forgiveness really does offer everything I need. This is a forgiveness of the selective remembering of holiness, looking past my every perceived wound to the deeper innocence found in every moment. This forgiveness brings me great peace of mind, and that's enough for me right now. I forget that fairly often. And yet the amazing thing is I remember it fairly often too. Finally. It took a while. This is the importance of having a practice, so that you remember that you forgot. Kat says, agreed, members only would be great. Yes, more member only, please. That way you can get a word in edgewise and remain on topic. Sissy, you are so optimistic. I love the optimism that you have, that you really honestly believe that I have the ability to stay on topic. After all this time, Sissy still has great faith that I can possibly remain on topic for more than 5 minutes and not talk about shoes, spatulas, oatmeal, forks. Did I say spoons already? Beavers, foxes, peas. Why Alabama might not actually be the greatest country band of all times. Sorry, Nino. You really think that's going to happen, Sissy? What I love, and hummus, peanut butter, walnuts. Spoons are good. What do I need a spoon when I have a perfectly serviceable face to put directly into the food of my choice? Do I really need a spoon? Think about it. In the absence of spoon, would we go around starving to death? Man, I got this great bowl of oatmeal. If I only could eat it. I just don't have a spoon. Do you really need a spoon? I'm taking a firm anti-spoon stance from now on, even though I do have a decorative Michael Burkeen hand-carved spoon. From now on out, that's the only spoon I'm ever going to even consider. And it's a decorative spoon, so what can I do? Again, I'm taking a firm stance. I am now officially an anti-spoon channel. Don't come here with your spoon nonsense, guys. I'll shoot it right back down. I will debunk every spoon issue that you have. Don't bring your spoon conspiracy theories to me. That life is just a series of spoons all the way down, a spoon under a spoon under a spoon under a spoon. There is no spoon. I don't care what Nero says. There's no spoon. It's the mind that bends. The spoon stays static. From now on out, guys, no spoons, no forks, It's a face first world for me, man. I'm eating everything head on. Literally, face on. This face was made for eating. um, anyway, maybe I could stay on point on a members only live stream. Right? Maybe I could stay on point. I think I just proved that I actually can stay on point. Becca says round and round and round again. Yogi, you have one spoon? I don't know if I could live without a spoon. I think now is the time. I think that you have reduced it down to one spoon, and now is the time to abandon the dependency upon spoons. What if spoons were the one thing that kept us in bondage to the ego? It's the ego that needs a spoon. I have reached a very, very high spiritual elevation where I no longer need a spoon. I'm leading the way to a spoon-free world. Hey, Carl. Good morning, my friend. Carl, I'm glad to see that you're... by the way, I did see the train video. It was awesome. All of your videos are awesome. Hey, Ellie, I'm sitting here with my shoes on, wondering what's keeping you. Ego loves sporks. It sure does. Ego wants the best of both worlds. Spoon, fork. We don't need two things. We only need one. Ellie says, I meant to be in class, but I said I was going to use the toilet. Perfectly serviceable excuse to spend time with me. Says I'm in school, bro. That's why. Becca says, oh no, I don't think I could part with my spoon. Becca, I'm leading the way. On the members only live stream, we're going to do an anti-spoon meditation. It says I have to go back now. Just really don't want to. I don't blame you. At 25, you love a human spoon. Hey, Kazros, my friend. I'm glad that you're happy. It wasn't a whole lot of pressure, Blue Moon. There was really no pressure on you being a mod. I hope you never had to like, oh man, I'm at Yogi's again. I got to do some serious mod stuff. I got to do some modding. There was zero expectations of you being a mod. However, you kept talking about you wanting me to get you to 50 subs, right? You've made it a little harder for that to happen. You made it a little harder for that to happen. You got to keep saying, Blue Moon, life's not that complicated. Mod, no mod, the live stream carries on exactly the way it did before. Let's see. IQ movement, why people wasting their time watching this weird dude? That's exactly why they're wasting their time. There's something fascinating about a weird dude who comes up and talks about whatever they feel like talking about. You made the point by missing the point entirely. See? Spoons. People come here for the spoon conversations. You can get facts anywhere, guys. You can get information. You can get knowledge. You can get deep spiritual wisdom. You can get that. It's a dime a dozen. Go to any YouTube channel, and you're going to get that. But if you want the real scoop, to get it, watch where this is going. If you want the real scoop on spoons, sorry, let me pause while I applaud my own brilliance. If you want the real scoop on spoons, this is a place to show up for, guys. Thank you, Sissy. Thank you. Right now, I get the feeling that everyone just stood back in complete awe and gave me the beauty pageant clap. Is it the beauty pageant? No, the beauty pageant is the wave. Elbow, elbow, wrist, wrist. Ask me how I know that. I spent a lot of time on the beauty pageant circuit as a kid, competing full time. I got the medals. You can see that medal right back there. That medal, all the way back. Miss Nebraska, 1983. Adam says, Yogi's a rock star, not a mod. Yogi's a rocker, not a mod. I added that star in. William says, I come for peanut butter and nothing else. I hope you never leave disappointed, William. Carl says, I seem to have seems to have sticked overnight. Awesome. I'm glad. What's a yogi? A yogi is just someone who has a sincere practice of the essence of yoga, DTA. And by essence, I mean you're practicing the entirety of the path. Adam says, I love peanut butter, William. I have that for lunch every day for like 10 years. I'm putting it in my oatmeal, inspired by Cat. What about the spoons, if I may ask? I'm curious. Well, if we're going back to the Matrix, there is no spoon. And in the absence of a spoon, we eat face first. We can use that as a metaphor for life. From now on, I'm leading life face first. Even though the experiments put out by Douglas Harding in the Head This Way, you've never seen your own face. You have never seen your own face. This is not a subjective experience. You have literally never seen your own face. You've never seen your eyes before. You've seen reflections. You've heard descriptions. And you've seen a photograph. But a photograph is not the thing itself. If you were to point in this direction, not looking at your finger, but literally the direction that in which it is pointing, you would find the absence of yourself. You would find the absence of the self that you think you are. You would actually discover the essence of the Zen Sutra, the Heart Sutra. Form is emptiness, emptiness is form. You are the space of which allows the capacity of the world to come into being. When I look at you, I am literally seeing my face. My face. Because I am the capacity that holds you. When you are looking at me, you are literally seeing your face. Sorry, guys. I apologize. That's just the way it works. Try it. Guys, I got to go a little later. You guys got me talking about spoons. Big Al, how are you? Big Al, sorry I couldn't bring you up yesterday. I was waiting for a special guest, of which we were going to have plenty of. Tonight, we have the special guest Squirrel Sniper. I'm going to set that up so I can share it out and have more people show up. Sniper is going to talk about the history of dowsing. Have questions for him, guys. We had a question last night about ley lines, and I thought that might fit in with the dowsing. Absolutely nothing says, oh, I see what you mean. Kind of. Tiger King should be on here. Favorite, eat first with you, Eric. Okay, Blue Moon, you got it, my friend. Nothing says yes, only the reflection or the idea. Yes. Nicely put. It's all perspective. Then why would people hate on that? I can't believe it. I never thought. I thought it was something random. People hate on that because they don't realize that it's their own perspective. They don't realize that they are projecting that which they see. So they never examine their own hatred that they have within. Ever. But once you see that, you accept radical responsibility. Hey, Carl, would you like to be a special guest? You can pick your time. For sure. I'd love to have you come up. I think a get to know Carl would be absolutely we see where Patsy's going. No need to continue it. I'll take a look for it, Big Al. Thanks. All right. Kat says bye. Anna's got Lucy's going to be our guest tomorrow afternoon. Co-owner of KFC says, well, with a drumstick. Well, welcome in. God be omni love to you all and to you as well. Sissy, I will be looking for your premiere. Let's bring you up. Thanks, guys. I had a lot of fun hanging out with you. And I love you. Sorry, guys.